Hi, everyone. Welcome in. I'm going to get some music going on here while we wait for others to join. Does that sound good? No, I do not like that one. Okay. Cool. Let me know if you guys can see and hear me okay. Just making sure my microphone is good. Get the chat going. Okay. All right. So, hi, William. Thank you so much for joining from California. That's awesome. I just got off of a call with one of my clients. She's a broker in California as well, in the Irvine area. I don't know how close that is from Elk Grove, but yeah, welcome in. We're going to be talking about the 4 systems that every agent, broker needs in their business. So awesome. Thank you for letting me know that you can see me. Are you tell me a little bit more about you. Are you an agent in California, a broker, part of a team? Let me know. Just making sure we're live on TikTok as well. Making sure everybody can see me. I can see the comments. Okay. I got the TikTok comments here so I can see them now. Last stream I couldn't see our TikTok comments, but I should be able to now. Hello everybody that's joining in from TikTok. Hi Henry. How are you? You were here last week on our other stream, right? It's good to see you. Elk Grove is within Sacramento County on Northern California. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I haven't been to that part yet. Are you a realtor then, William, over there? Let me know. Thank you everybody that's joining in. I see here some people are joining on TikTok. Hi, Julia. How do I need to see TikTok. Awesome. It's good to see you again. We're going to be talking the 4 systems that every agent needs in their business. So we're going to be diving into that here shortly. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to get set up on here. Oh, thank you so much for the heart, Julia. I'm trying to set this up so I can see everything. 1 second. For some reason, I'm using this platform called Restream. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. And just trying it out. Oh. And okay. For some reason, it doesn't, I can see my YouTube comments on here and other platforms, but TikTok is its own thing. I have to like go into TikTok to see the comments, but I can see now. I see Julia. I see Tanika, Nikki. Thank you so much. If you guys don't mind, if you guys can give me a thumbs up or tap the screen like the live, that really helps me out a lot. If you've never heard of Restream, it's kind of like StreamYard. I don't know if you've heard of that one. It's very popular, like StreamYard for podcasting and kind of doing live streams on multiple platforms. But I went with Restream to try it out because it synced, like it did TikTok lives, and I couldn't find another platform. There's not a lot of platforms that do multi-streaming to like YouTube, TikTok. There's even like LinkedIn, Twitch, all of that in one place. So that's why. Awesome. You're a realtor there. Amazing, amazing. So I'm gonna share my screen here. Hi everyone that's joining in on TikTok. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for liking the live. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and find here. Is the music too loud? Should I lower it a little bit? I don't know. I like having a little something to listen to. Okay. I've got a little something put together for you guys, a little presentation that I want to share just for visual. Restream inside YouTube feature. No, so Restream is I think the link is in the bio on the YouTube live. But basically Restream is its own like separate platform, but it connects to your YouTube channel, it connects to TikTok, to LinkedIn, to Facebook and all of that. And so you can do live streaming to multiple platforms at once, which is great. Yeah. And the call, or not the call, this is being recorded. So if you guys need to reference anything, right after, it will be available. I need to change out the music. It's not stopping. Oh no. Why is the music not stopping? Guys, give me 1 second. I'm having technical difficulties right now. Well, thank you so much for the likes on TikTok. I really appreciate it. Can we get to 1,000 likes on TikTok? That would be amazing, you guys. Please. I'm trying to build out my lives over there. Why is this giving me so much trouble right now? Am I still on? It just crashed. Is anybody still here? We just crashed. I cannot believe this. It just crashed. Oh my gosh. Thank you, William, for letting me know. I do not know how to get the music off of the stream. It's gonna bother me, but it's okay. As long as you guys can still hear me, that's fine. Let's get into today's training, shall we? Okay. Cool. You guys give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen okay, if you can still hear me and everything, and then we will jump into things. How does it look like on the phone? Okay, it looks good. All right. So the 4 systems that every agent needs in their business. What I'm going to be walking you through today, it's pretty much my order of operations framework, which is my proprietary process that I use for helping realtors build out their backend in their business. And it's really made off of 5 different pillars or pillars that we work on together. And that is your operations systems, your marketing systems, your sales systems, your client experience system. So that's your 4 systems right there. And then if you're a team leader or a broker, you also have your team experience systems. But for today, we're going to focus on the first 4, which is for everybody. And I'm going to, let me see. I guess we can talk about this one here. If you're new to my channel, you're new to the stream, my name is Julianis Baez. I am a real estate system strategist, but I wasn't always doing what I do now. I actually started as a real estate agent myself, or as a real estate assistant back in 2019. I earned my real estate license in 2020. And within my first week, I got my first listing from cold calling. That is all on YouTube. My entire journey is live on my YouTube channel. In 2021, I joined a top producing team in Central Florida, where I was able to then really hone in my skills and gain lots of industry knowledge and learn from the best of the best. And by implementing systems in my business, I was able to 10x my sales volume. And using the same pillars and framework that I used, and I'm going to share today. So back in 2023, that's when I decided to focus on systems completely and go all in as a system strategist. And then today, I partner with high-performing real estate professionals and brokerages to design the systems that drive consistency, growth, and freedom. So that's about me. We're going to skip this one. Let's get straight into the framework itself. I'm trying to see if I can zoom in a little bit. Is that better? Okay. So my framework is the order of operations. That's what I like to call it. And it's made up of these different pillars. So first we have your operation systems. And let's actually pause here for a second and talk about who actually, at what point in your real estate career do you need systems? And the reality is that, you can start implementing systems in your business as soon as, you get your license and whatnot. So you can do this as soon as you're able to, but you will start to really need them in order to scale. I feel like in my experience about where you're producing, you're constantly producing, you are getting really overwhelmed with the amount of pipeline and your, thanks for letting me know, William. with the pipeline that you're working with and your clients and stuff. So systems, it's usually that secret sauce or that secret ingredient that will help you scale to that next level. Without systems, you'll be kind of stuck at where you're currently at, unless you implement systems to get more time to focus on other things in your business. So all that to say, the first pillar is operations. So what does the operations pillar, what does that actually mean? That is your backend operating system that keeps you organized and focused. So think about your admin system, so things like time management systems, folder management systems, task management, password management, all of those kind of administrative day-to-day systems that keep you organized is made up of the operations pillar. And the goal of this pillar is to help you streamline, right? This builds the foundation to help you streamline so that everything else works, right? Because a lot of times agents think that they need more leads, that's the part that's missing in their business, is that they need more leads. Hi, Stephanie. Sorry, guys. I just see here my TikTok. I'm going back and forth between my YouTube chat and the TikTok chat. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you so much for the likes over on TikTok. I really appreciate it. Hello. So in order for all your other systems to work, you need to have that foundation in place. So that happens within the operations, and then you can move on to the other stuff, like your marketing and investing in marketing strategies and, to get more business, to get more leads to your business. But a lot of times agents are most of the time sitting on a gold mine of leads. They just keep focusing on the new and on getting more leads and new leads, rather than working with what they've already acquired and what they've already have. It's just kind of sitting there stagnant because they don't have the systems to convert those leads, if that makes sense. So your operations, and I'm going to dive into each of these in more detail, but I'm just giving you a high level overview right now. What software are you using for operations? The operations pillar lives primarily in ClickUp. So ClickUp is the platform that hosts a lot of my operation systems. I'm going to dive into that next in the next slide. But ClickUp is a big part of our operations pillar. Yes, that's a great question. So the next pillar is marketing. So your marketing systems. These are all about capturing and nurturing your leads on autopilot. And it's also the main job about the marketing systems is to start to build out a funnel, essentially, to get all of your leads into one place automatically or automated as much as possible. So what that means is having, your Calendly page set up is important so that your people can book time on your calendar. And, we got Calendly connected to your CRM. So we got that going, those leads going into your CRM automatically. Open house sign-up forms, we ideally want to have those be virtual or digital, so that we can create an automation that can bring in those leads to your CRM automatically. Same thing with client questionnaires as well. If you utilize those in your business to kind of put all of the repetitive questions and repetitive information that you require from all your clients into a questionnaire format and have that be imported as well to your CRM. So we're trying to find, with the marketing pillar, all of the different entry points. Like, where do people, like your lead sources, where do people, come into your, before they get to your CRM, like where are they coming from? And let's automate each of those locations and each of those phases. And I can actually show you, well, I'll wait for the end for that. I can show you my lead funnel if you guys want, of how I did that for my business, so you can visually understand this level better. So then we have our sales systems. And for sales, this is what organizes your pipeline. It automates your follow-up and increases conversion. So we talked about operations. That is, the goal is to streamline your day-to-day. Your marketing systems are there to capture and nurture leads. And then your sales systems, their role is to convert the leads that you've captured and nurtured. So this is where your CRM comes in. Now, your CRM, can you guys comment on the chat what CRM you guys use for your business? I'd be curious to know. I personally have used Follow Up Boss. That's the one that helped me when I was a realtor to 10x my real estate business. I owe a lot of that to Follow Up Boss, because before that I was using Copper, I was using the Keller Williams one, and it was pretty much a contact list like on your phone, but like a graveyard of a contact list. I don't know. It just was, I was not even using it. But after I started using Follow Up Boss, learning Follow Up Boss and all of that, it really helped me understand like, oh, okay, this is what I should be doing every day and what the real purpose behind a CRM is. So your sales system is it's primarily going to be composed of your CRM, okay? Client experience is the last pillar here. And so we take all the people that we've, captured, we've nurtured them through email newsletters, through different, marketing communication. We've converted them into a client. We've closed a deal with them. Now we're at this point, and this is where your client experience systems come in, that its goal is to create an experience that's so good it creates repeat clients and a steady flow of referrals by providing, a 5-star plus experience. And to me, I think about client experience as one of my favorite areas to work in and to help agents with. Oh, you're with Keller Williams, you're using Command. Brand new system. Oh, that's interesting. I'd have to learn more about that. I know last time I was using it, last time I was with Keller Williams, I wasn't really using that software much, but that's great to hear they've upgraded it. There's so much, going on nowadays with, AI too. I'm sure they've added a few AI features on there, but yeah. With that being said, for client experience, so I love client experience and designing client experiences for agents. And what this means is I believe in delivering a luxury client experience. And what that means is not necessarily price point. That has nothing to do with price point. It's more so about service. Pretty much. It's all about service. It's anticipating their needs before they know they need things. It's about being detail oriented and spotting things before they even realize, or making them feel special, like little things like that. They have AI inside Command now. See, that's great. I feel like that's a big part of CRMs right now, or of a good CRM, is making sure that they are providing different AI tools, because they are really helpful for multiple reasons. But yeah, that's great to hear. What was I saying? Luxury client experience, service, anticipating their needs, all of that. So with that being said, how do we take these people that we've converted and make them, lifelong clients, lifelong fans of our business, and, get more referrals from them? Now I'm going to dive into each of these a little bit more here. So going back to operation system. So operations is, again, the foundation of your business, and the main system I recommend is ClickUp. ClickUp is where you bring together your business plan, your projects, your workflows, so you stop running your business from your head and start running it like a CEO. Inside of ClickUp, you can organize everything in one place, which is the main reason why I love ClickUp. So the way I build ClickUp accounts for my clients is it allows them to have their task management there. So their day-to-day, little tasks that need to happen for the business. It allows them to store SOPs on there. And even if you don't have a virtual assistant right now, if you don't have an assistant right now, if you're just a solo agent right now, Having SOPs is great. So, like, in starting to build them out now, so that when that time comes, you are prepared and you have those already ready to go. And even for yourself to understand, like, really make the switch from being an agent to running your business like a business and starting to set certain standards within your business. So, SOPs live in ClickUp. Team communication lives in ClickUp. And again, even if you don't have a team right now, like a assistant or anything like that, I use the ClickUp chat feature a lot. It allows me to basically have like a chat with myself where anytime I have an idea, I used to go to my notes app. I used to go to my notes app a lot and drop, my brain dumps in there and any kind of like random ideas. I used to drop them in there. But now that I have that chat, it's all timestamped. So every time I have like an idea, something I want to execute, I just add it on there and I can see that timeline, of all those different things. But with a click of a button, I can turn it into a task. So it really bridges the gap between ideation and execution. Because a lot of times, I don't know if this happened to you as well, where you have an idea, put it in your notes or write it down somewhere, but it doesn't get done. With this, it bridges that gap. So I love using that feature. I have a ClickUp meeting AI note taker that joins all of my meetings and it takes notes for me. It records the meeting, the video, records the video meeting. It gives me action items, transcript, all of that. Basically, I know you guys have probably heard of like AI meeting note takers like Fathom and Otter, but because this lives inside of ClickUp, it's all in one place. And what I tell my clients is that I want them to see ClickUp as their virtual office, as like their digital headquarters in a way, where that is where their meetings are happening. Meeting notes are team communication, their day-to-day tasks. There's a calendar feature on there as well that I'm able to see my time blocking and be able to match my whatever tasks I have for the day with my time blocks. That was another thing I used to struggle with. Was I used to set my time blocks on like Google Calendar, for example, and say, okay, I'm going to prospect from 9 to 12, or I'm going to do appointments from here to here. But on my task list, it was a completely different focus area for that day. So, by being able to see my calendar inside of ClickUp now, I can manage my time a lot better and say, okay, if my time block today is marketing, then let me schedule my marketing tasks for today. So it just helps. You can build repeatable workflows with templates for listings, buyers, and referrals, which is great. It's depending on your setup. Zoom meeting have AI notes. Yes, Zoom does have, see if I can do this here. Zoom does have AI notes, but it's disconnected. And that's like the biggest challenge that I saw with having other AI note takers is that it was disconnected from your other ecosystem. And so you'll see in a lot of my trainings, I talk about that. And everything that I build for my clients is always thinking about how does this all connect to your overall ecosystem? How can we reduce cost and reduce friction and all of that? So Zoom AI Notes is great, but by having it live inside of ClickUp, what I'm able to do is then take that summary that is, again, inside of my ClickUp account and look at the takeaways or the action items. And with a click of a button, I can assign it to myself with a due date, description, urgent priority or whatnot, and add a due date on it so that it actually gets done. Because a lot of times we have these AI note takers, but they're there, but we don't really use them. Like they're great. We can reference them if needed, but we don't really, go into the action items to actually, check those off and stuff. They're more for reference purposes in my experience. That's what I have seen with clients and stuff. So anyway, by having it inside of ClickUp, we're able to actually take action on things. And I've seen a huge improvement in follow-ups, because a lot of times in my meetings I will say, I'm going to send this over to you, or I'm going to research this for you and whatnot. There's a lot of little things, and my note taker from ClickUp catches that, and I'm able to then assign that a due date on it and a delegate it so that it actually gets done. So it's great. Yeah, do I have a demonstration that we can see? I believe I do. Just give me 1 second here, because I have to check here. I actually did a video on this. Let me see. So how about, I'm going to pin this comment so I don't forget. But I'm going to finish up the presentation, and then I can go into demos and stuff for ClickUp, and then anything else you guys want to see. But yes, I will absolutely, I'll share that later. Okay. So that's the first system that I wanted to talk about regarding ClickUp. Now there's more of systems that are within the operations pillar, but the ClickUp will be the main one, where it houses everything in one place, and kind of everything is connected to it. So like your calendar is connected to here, your Google Drive, your email is connected, all of that is happening in here. The next pillar is your marketing systems. So for marketing systems, it's not just about being visible online, it's about capturing leads and then nurturing them into real opportunities. So I am very passionate about this topic. I don't know if you guys have heard of Coffee and Contracts and that platform, or if you guys use them. Let me know in the comments if you use Coffee and Contracts. But Coffee and Contracts is great. They have great content, great strategy, but you also want to see results, right? Of anything that you invest your money in, and whether that be that membership or content agency, a marketing person, whatever you invest in for marketing, you want to see results. So this plays a key role in that, in being able to turn visibility into conversion. So some 3 essential systems that you should have in place is a lead capture tool, things like ManyChat that can connect with your Instagram or Facebook, making it easy to capture leads directly from social media posts. A simple website. I'm a huge fan of having websites instead of link trees for multiple reasons. And again, everybody's different depending on your budget and your ideal market and all of that. But for a simple website, this one I built here was done through Canva for free. I just used one of their templates. And what I turned this into, this became my referral funnel. Basically, it became my like a capture funnel for referrals. So every time that I would have a referral come in, or somebody that messaged me that had a referral for me, I would send them this little site that talked a little bit about me, what they can expect, and then the next steps. But I don't know if you guys are active on, Facebook groups and referral groups and stuff. Having something like this is great to help, get that referral. So you can share it on their comments whenever someone says they have a referral for your state or for your city. You can comment something, send them to this site, and they can learn about you and then reach out. But of course, I wouldn't just rely on that. You can also be a little bit more proactive and like reach out to them, call them and send this out. But it's a great resource to have. And what this did for me is it allowed me to then capture the lead, or sorry, their information. I don't know if it goes all the way to the bottom, but where it says submit referral, it then took them to a questionnaire. I don't know if I can, oh, let's go back. It took them to a questionnaire that asked them for their name, their information, their brokerage information, all of those repetitive data that we need in order to put together the referral agreement. And on that questionnaire, too, they could, what's it called? Enter their client's information if they were ready to do that, like if they have that on hand, so that I can, reach out to them. And that was then connected to my follow up boss. Let me see if I can show you guys just a quick visual of this. You guys see that? Okay, so this is how I built that template. Was in Canva. Oh, I can scroll through here. Cool. Okay, so this is from when I was an agent. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's the next step. So I had this link here with a questionnaire form. Where? Referral. So where did it go? Oh, it locked me out. Okay. I don't have that link right now, but it took them to a Google Forms questionnaire that would ask for their information, and I had that connected to my follow-up boss. So it reduced the manual entry for contacts in follow-up boss, because I don't know if you guys do it like this or not, but I treat my follow-up boss, or like I used to treat my follow-up boss as a business, truly like a business database, not just leads, not just potential clients, but realtors, title companies, lenders, inspectors, appraisers, like everybody related to my real estate business was added as a contact in Follow Up Boss. And so by having this questionnaire, it reduced that manual entry for me to like enter the real referral partner's name and email and all of that. It was just automatically added from here. So that's an example of that marketing system. So a simple website like that will be good, but it's even better if you are able to get one with, a home search feature and a home valuation request feature. Something like, I know the most budget friendly one in the industry right now is Playster. And then you can go up from there to something like Luxury Presence, Agent Image, and things like that. But having a website is great to capture leads and kind of funnel everything into one place. And then an email marketing system. So once you've captured the lead, the fortune is in the follow up. And MailChimp is my go to for agents because it integrates very smoothly with Follow Up Boss. It's simple, it's affordable, and you can run different sequences on there. So you can deliver lead magnets automatically. So if you are a Coffee and Contracts member, you can do, setting up your landing pages on there and setting up your, email sequences on there, and things like that. You can send weekly nurture emails or like weekly newsletter emails. Like if you had, so there's a difference between your follow-up emails and you have your more marketing forward emails. The difference is one's going to live in your CRM, like Follow Up Boss, and the other is going to live in your email marketing platform. Can you guys? Oh, sorry. Like some things. I don't know if you guys can see my. Okay, that's better. So, okay, so yeah, so Follow Up Boss, it's going to have your follow-up, automated follow-up emails, things like where the goal is to get them to respond to understand, are they ready now? Any updates, has anything changed in their timeline, things like that. Versus your marketing emails are going to be more aesthetic, a little bit more designed and a little bit more well put together. So that's where, your lead magnets, campaigns are going to live, your marketing, or not your marketing, your newsletter. And then you can also segment your database based off of what you have in Follow Up Boss with MailChimp, because it's connected. And any changes you make, like to tags, to statuses, or to stages and stuff, it will also populate inside of MailChimp. So I'm also looking for opportunities to reduce friction. You'll notice that a lot. So that is why I recommend MailChimp, for those reasons. Mm, okay. So I know we've talked about Follow Up Boss, or I've talked about Follow Up Boss a little bit, but let's dive into it a little bit more. Sales isn't just about getting leads into your pipeline, it's about converting them into signed clients and into closings. The system that I recommend for this is Follow Up Boss, like I mentioned, because it helps you organize your pipeline with clear stages, sources, and tags, etc. You can stay consistent with follow up and leverage smart lists so you know exactly who to talk to every day. And let me just rave on Smart List for a minute here. Thank you so much for the likes on TikTok. We're at 2,400 likes. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Um, I love Follow a Boss Smart List, and before before using them, I used to have a either like it had to be manual, like for me to track manually when was the last time I spoke with this lead, or and following what the standard in the industry is, which is a hot lead, you talk to them once a week, a warm lead every 2 weeks, a cold lead every month, so on and so forth. I had to do that manually, but with Follow Up Boss and with the help of SmartList, it tells me who to talk to every day, and I don't even have to think about it, because primarily because it's connected to the Follow Up Boss number. Okay, so with the Follow Up Boss number, you can make your calls, and you should be making your calls through there, texting people through your Follow Up Boss number, calling people through there, emailing people, through your Follow Boss account, and that way it'll track the last communication you had with that lead and with that contact. And when you organize your smart list through with this certain last communication filters, that's how it'll tell you who to talk to every day, because you can set it based off of last communication. So it's great for that. You can also re-engage old leads, build sequences that will bring back cold contacts back to life, all of that. um, but yeah, I mentioned before that I find that a lot of agents are sitting on opportunities, they're sitting on leads, and they just don't have a lead problem, they have a conversion problem, which is a systems problem. And Follow a Boss solves that by making sure every lead is touched quickly, consistently, and automatically until they're ready to buy or sell. That is what your CRM should be doing for you. Is that resonating? Does your CRM do that for you right now? Or like, where are you guys at with that? Let me know. We did that. I'll do this here. I need water. One sec. Okay. The next pillar is client experience. So, client experience, I've talked to you guys about this earlier. One of my favorite parts of the process, and it's what really turns one closing into repeat business and referrals. It's not about, getting to the finish line. It's about how clients feel every step of the way. Someone said, "Yes, I've CRM inside Command and had many features available." That's awesome. Um, yeah, I haven't explored Command in a minute. I have to take a look and see what work they've done. So Client Giant is a amazing tool. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It helps with staying top of mind post closing. William, have you heard of this one, of Client Giant? It is great, you guys. And one of the tools that I recommend for this pillar is, like I said, Client Giant, where you can automate thoughtful client touches from under contract gives to post close surprises and deliver constant wow moments without adding more tasks to your plate. You can stay top of mind year round with milestone gifts, holiday cards, and anniversary reminders. And like I said, creating a 5-star journey. So, how I've done this, and actually, if you scan this QR code, you'll get, I can't remember. I think you get a credit if you go with this QR code. I think it's $25 or $20 for like towards your first gift. But how I structured it, you've never heard of Client Giant? It's great. And let me tell you how I structured it so that I didn't necessarily paid for it out of pocket. I paid for it at closing. So the way I did this, I made a list in my CRM of, and I tagged people based off of VIPs versus, who wasn't a VIP. So a VIP, this is completely up to you who you determine to be a VIP. It can be someone that has closed 2 or more deals with you. It can be someone that closed at least one deal or referred you one deal. Completely up to you how you structure that. But once you have that list of people, you can determine, okay, I'm going to, get these people onto Client Giant and invest, in them. So I would do this for my past clients and people that I like for closings. I think that's how I started. Was I had a closing coming soon, and so that's when I decided to implement this. And what I did was, out of my paycheck, just took out, I think at the time was $100, and that $100 would get me 4 gifts a year for that client. So it was a no-brainer for me, and I started to do that with them, and then I started to implement that with other past clients, putting them on their top of mind awareness plan, which is for quarterly gifting. And it's great. I got really great feedback from all the little gifts that they would get from me. And after I had that, the more budget for this, I invested in more gifts. So they were getting 4 gifts a year. And then on top of that, they were getting a birthday gift a year for each household member, or there was 2. I didn't do like the kids and stuff, but you can, like, if you wanted to add everybody on the family and the dog too. But I did mainly it was like husband and wife. A lot of my clients was kind of couples. So I would get, their once a year they would get birthday gifts from me, and then once a year they would get an anniversary gift as well for like their home purchase. So all of those touch points were in, physical, were gifts, and this is what the birthday one looked like. It's my favorite. It's the piñata one. And these are different messages that I got from clients. And yeah, they loved it. I loved it. And you get notifications too of, when these are going out, what they're getting, and all of that. So this is a little great touch points that you can implement right away. Hi, Nori. Thank you for joining. Welcome in. We are just talking all things systems. We're talking client experience right now. And for Client Giant, it does integrate with Follow Up Boss, which is, again, going back to the whole minimizing double entry, or manual entry. We can, with Client Giant, because it's connected to Follow Up Boss, you don't have to, import and export contacts manually. It will, whoever you tag in Follow Up Boss as a VIP, for example, you can bring them onto Client Giant and, get started right away. So it's great for that reason. Yeah. Let's see next slide. So how these 4 systems flow together, and we're just really scratching the surface here. There's a lot I can go into a lot more depth for these, but just wanted to kind of give you a quick overview. So, how these can work together, if we start here, first we have a lead that engages with your marketing, whether that be your Instagram, your website, or your ManyChat, and it then gets captured into Follow Up Boss and Mailchimp. From Follow Up Boss, it triggers an instant text and email, so you follow up quickly, and you, it's on quotation marks because this can happen 24/7 while you're sleeping because of it's automated. So that happens through Follow Up Boss. Then Mailchimp starts nurturing them your weekly or monthly newsletter. From there, a consultation is booked, and Follow Up Boss sends a pre-consult questionnaire and a what to expect email. From there, on the Zoom call, ClickUp's AI note taker captures notes and creates action items for you and or your team. And then once they sign and they become a client, hi Cynthia, welcome in. Once they sign and become a client, Client Giant takes over with gifts, touches, milestones, and post-close check-ins. So that's just a quick example of what a client journey can look like with what we shared today. So, any questions or feedback? Got to go meeting now, and feel free to DM me every time. No worries. Have a good meeting. This is being recorded, so it's gonna go live on my YouTube channel right after our the stream. Okay, so that is how this all flows together. So what your client actually sees, like how do they experience this on their end, is they discover you. Oh, they see your content online, they request your free resource and immediately receive it. They start getting value, helpful tips, and insights land in their inbox each week, building trust before you ever meet. They feel taken care of fast because after inquiring, they instantly get a text back and they know you're responsive. They feel prepared because once they book a consultation, they receive a clear questionnaire and what to expect email, so they're confident walking into your consult and all that. They feel heard because during the consultation, you're fully present and your notes and action items are captured for you so you can be more focused on them. And also because they feel heard during the consultation because the questionnaire is taking away a lot of the repetitive basic information. So for example, if it's a buyer consult, and asking like how many bedrooms, how many baths, what location, what's your budget, are you pre-approved, are you not pre-approved, all of those basic questions are taken care of in the questionnaire. So before the consult, so during the consult, you're focusing on them, on like what this means for them, what your strategy is going to be for like house hunting or whatnot, what the market is like right now based off of what they're looking for. And you can focus on more valuable insights rather than repetitive, and be more productive with your time too. So it can allow you to cut down what typically would have been a 1 hour consult into 30-minute consult. And that's going to be important down the road once you are trying to scale your business, trying to get more time back. This is one of the areas that we look for to optimize and get you to be able to scale your business in a sustainable level. They also feel valued long-term after closing through the thoughtful gifts, milestone updates, and anniversary touches that keeps them connected to you for years to come. So from their perspective, this isn't just a transaction that anybody else can just deliver. It's a seamless 5-star experience that makes them want to work with you again and refer their friends. So I think we can jump into the demos part now. I think I've talked enough about this stuff. Yeah, if you guys have any questions at any point, let me know. But I think I'm going to jump into the demo part. But I also have an event coming up. If there's anybody here that's in the Tampa area, there's an event I have coming up. It's going to be a Follow Up Boss workshop. You can scan the QR code that is on the screen, or I'm going to try and drop it in the chat. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Or you might have to, if you're on TikTok and you're watching from TikTok, you might have to go to my link in bio. I have to go to my link in bio to get the link. Okay, I put it on YouTube. Okay, cool. So let me see. Someone was asking about, I don't know, are they still here? Is Trey, are you still here on the stream? I'm going to talk about AI notes. I'm going to show you guys a demo of ClickUp and the AI note taker. So I just had a call right before doing the stream that I just got the notes from. So I'll show you my little routine right after calls. Okay. Let's see if you guys can see that okay. Can this work in Canada? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that you can, adapt to your market, but yeah, absolutely. Let me see here. Okay, it looks good. I wonder if I can get these. Okay, I'll leave that on later. So this is what my ClickUp AI note taker looks like. Basically, you can see here, it lives under my docs, under meeting notes. And after all my meetings, I get a notification that it's, my notes are ready and I can come in and review them. So it does the attendees, it lists out all the attendees. Oh my gosh, is that Rella? Is Rella watching my live right now? Oh my gosh. Wait, Rella, if you're watching, I love your platform. Can you comment hi or something? I'm freaking out right now. Oh my gosh. I need to talk. I'm going to do a stream talking about Rella and their platform in one of the next streams now. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay. So back to this. So yes, with ClickUp, after the meeting, I get a video recording of the entire conversation. I get an overview. I get the key takeaways for that meeting, and then the next steps. So what I do right after meetings, this is my little routine. I just go in and see on the next steps what is something that is something I have to do versus like a client. So in this case, this is not for me. I'm going to go with this one because this is important. I do have to do this today. Oh, Why can't I? Am I frozen? Why can't I click? Oh, there we go. So it's frozen right now. Let me X out of a few things here. Okay, so what I typically do is I come into the next steps, and then it does automatically by default have the little check marks here, but I want to be even more proactive and like assigning it a due date, putting it into the appropriate task list within ClickUp. So what I like to do is highlight this and then create task. Hit this little button here to create a task. I think it's because I'm sharing the screen. I don't know. But I'm going to then select the appropriate task list for this one. It's under CEO HQ. It's on my personal task list since it's something that I'm going to do myself. But if this was something that I needed to delegate, then I would assign it to that team member's task list. But in this case, I'm just going to do myself. And then I like to do the due date here. I have to do this by tomorrow for sure. So I will create that. And now that task has been created. It has been, I'm going to click on it. It has been automatically assigned to me. And because of the other automations that I built on my personal task list, it automatically assigns a department for it as well. So you'll see my entire business structure, the same pillars we talked about: um, marketing, client experience, team experience, like all of those pillars, they also work like departments as well. So as you can see here. So now that that's done, I don't have to do anything else. I just have to complete it. But this will show up on my calendar tomorrow to do. And the beauty of it is if I go back to the meeting notes, here, if I were to update this on here, it's going to update everywhere else. So for example, if I were to go here and say, this is in progress right now, it's going to update on, this little document. But if I click on it to go to the full page task, it also updated on here. Same thing if I go here and I mark this as done and I go back to my document, it's updated here as well. So this is the same format I use for SOPs. When building SOPs within ClickUp is I build them out in here so that SOPs are meant to be updated and changed and evolve and adapt and all of that. So SOPs, I do them in ClickUp for this reason too, so that if you update them one place, it updates it everywhere else. So it's specifically helpful when you're, building out templates with attached SOPs. Like for example, if you were to build out a template for your listings and like your listing workflow, and one of those tasks is creating a CMA for the client, that task should have a description or an SOP attached to it. But instead of it being static, we can make it like this so that it automatically updates if you ever need to make any changes to it, or if you never need to make an update to it, it's going to automatically update everywhere else. So I know that's kind of hard to visualize right now, and I don't have another example to show. But that is how I do the AI note taker. Now I actually need to do this. It's not completed, so do this to today. And there we go. So you guys have any questions for me, let me know in the comments or in the chat. I also would love if you guys are in the Tampa area, if you could sign up for my workshop that I have coming up on April 22nd. I would love to see you guys there if you're in the area. And I did put the link in the chat. If you are watching on TikTok, it will be in my link in bio. Is this still have music on? Oh no, the music went away. That's good. That's good. And thank you everybody that is watching and tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm going to stay here for the rest. I mean, I think I really didn't have, other than doing this little training part, didn't have anything else planned. So I'm here to answer any questions. I'm probably going to stay also and do some co-working moments. I am currently working on building out an SOP, like building SOPs and an SOP library for a client. So if you guys want to stay and watch me do that, more than welcome to. I want to do that in ClickUp, as I mentioned. So if you guys want to stay in, we can work together. I'm just going to check in on the chat here. And yes, please give some thumbs up to the live. It really helps out the channel. I'm over here tapping my own TikTok live. We're at 2.5 thousand likes. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water and we'll get into this. Oh my god, a sec. Can you guys hear me drink? Oh, I was muted. Sorry. I meant to say, how long was I muted for? The stream is being recorded, so you're good. It's gonna be live on my YouTube channel. Right after. Did I rename it? Can I do that? Build SOPs with me. Co-working session. Work with me. Let's build SOPs. How should I name it, chat? Let's build. Work with me. Building SOPs. Creating SOPs. Building SOPs for clients. Okay. I think it should update on YouTube now. Oh my gosh. .6. I'm new to real estate and have no clue where to start. Been watching your content, waiting to organize my system. I can help build my business. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you're new to real estate. That's awesome. I want to do more content now on systems and kind of organization and all of that. I've been a little bit hesitant, which is why I'm doing this streams now, because I feel like it's a lot quicker for me to stream and like talk about this stuff than like producing the content, just with where I'm at right now and time wise. But yeah, I would say as far as systems to start with, your CRM is going to be like the biggest and most important one. Having a place like some sort of database where you can keep track of your clients and you can follow up with them. Even if you don't have any right now, you can add people on your sphere, people that family members, friends. The funny thing about real estate is that everybody's a potential client. Everybody is looking or at some point to buy or sell. So, nurturing those people and relationships through a database is helpful because so you can keep track of dates and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's what I would focus on, is on building out your database. So it's also going to depend a lot too on your broker and what company you're with. So finding a brokerage, if you haven't already, or wherever you're at, that pays for your CRM and offers one, it's great. So that way you can start utilizing and jump onto their systems to for your business, so you can get started. Okay, for some reason, because I'm here trying to post on TikTok here. Okay. But yeah, I was trying to see if the title updated. How do I see that? So it's updated there. Let me see on YouTube. We're about to get into building SOPs. You're welcome. You're so welcome. I'm here to help. I'm trying to do these streams now at least once a week, but hopefully more than that. Yes, if you're just joining in, if you guys want to give a thumbs up, it really supports the stream. Tapping the screen, liking the screen, thumbs up wherever you're watching, if you're on YouTube or TikTok. I really appreciate it. Oh, the title didn't update. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, it did. Cool. So if you refresh, you should be able to see work with me. Sweet. Okay, let's get into it. Maybe I can lower the music a little bit. If the music at any point bothers you guys, let me know. I'll do 20 volume. 13. Okay. Trying to see what is the best layout for this. That's nice. Oh my gosh. Did I just? Oh my god, thank you so much for the super chat. That's my first ever super chat. Thank you so much. Wait. No way. Oh my gosh. I'm screenshotting this. Thank you so much, BMW. I don't know what your name is, but thank you so much. I'm screenshotting this. I'm so excited. It's my first ever super chat. I need sound effects now. I need a little celebration moment. I need sound effects, guys. I'm gonna work on that for the next stream. I really appreciate that. Okay, so sharing here my ClickUp. I'm just trying to find the best setup for us so that I can work. Okay, let me see how it looks for you guys. This is what we're gonna be working on today. Okay, it looks kind of small. Kim. Oh, well, thank you, Kim. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're gonna dive into SOPs, building SOPs. Well, it's gonna be more of a co-working session, but I'm just trying to find out a good layout. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. I feel like this is too small for you guys, especially if you're on the phone. I think this might be the best. Okay. I'm happy with that. Okay. I feel good about this. Let's see how this looks. Okay. Let's get into it. I also need to be able to see the chat. There's so much like tech stuff going on behind the scenes for just doing a stream. I'm like, there's so much happening. I've got like 2 chats open here. Oh, we got a new message coming in. How do I... Oh, no. Hi, San. She said, what do you love most about the real estate business? I love... There's so much to do within real estate. And I think that's one of my favorite things is that there's always something for everybody, for anyone. Like for me, for example, I started out as an assistant, then I went into as working as a realtor, and now I'm working more helping agents behind the scenes, building out their back end and operations and all of that. So I love that, and I love that it's something that everybody needs in their business in their life at some point. Like it's there's always going to be demand for it. Sure, there's might be like ups and downs, but there's always going to be demand for real estate. So it's a industry I never really thought of that I would enjoy as much as I do, but I really do love it. And from here on out, it's going to be getting into more on the investing side. That's kind of what's next for me. What I would love to do is getting more into investing and all those other areas. But yeah, and that's without mentioning like there's all these different pockets within the real estate industry, like commercial real estate, residential, all of that. But for me, I like being behind the scenes. I like working with agents and helping them out. So that's what I love. Bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna start working now. I will keep an eye on the chat over here. So I got TikTok chat. Oh, and then YouTube. Cool. Hi, Sal. Welcome in. We are about to get started working on building SOPs. So if you want to join in or stay in for that, here we go. And actually, ClickUp, it looks like they just had an update. Oh, I touched it. They just had an update where, yeah, they updated all their fields and stuff. I don't know how I feel about it, but make it work. So I was working on this yesterday. I'm building out this master SOP vault for my clients. And again, going back to the same pillars we talked about earlier today, my operations, marketing, clients, sales, all of that. We're going to be doing that here as well, and are building the SOPs for each of these pillars that I helped them with. So, what advice would you give students who want to get into the real estate business? I think to come into the industry being open-minded and willing to work really hard. I think that's what I would say, is to come into the industry open-minded, meaning to be open to learning from everybody, being to exploring, these different areas, and, working with different clients, and just being open to learning. And then from there, that's really what can help you narrow down exactly which area of real estate you want to focus on, and like all of that. So that's what I would say. And be willing to work hard, because it's a very competitive market, not just, on the agent side. There's a lot of agents that, that do this, but not everybody does it well. So, you want to work really hard and provide the best service, and you'll be just fine. Well, that's exciting that you're thinking about getting into real estate yourself. That's great. Okay, so yesterday I left off in here. I was adding the SOPs, and the way that I'm structuring this master SOP vault is the way I look at SOPs. I have the main SOP at the top. If you look at it, it's kind of hierarchy, and then SOPs. To me, I've tried so many different ways of creating SOPs. Okay, I've tried it all, and this is what I'm going to show you is what has helped me the most, which is having the main SOP that has like the guidelines and kind of the overall big picture, and then having different resources and guides attached to it. So resources that I use for SOP building is ClickUp. That is the one-stop shop for all SOPs in one place. It's like your library, it's your database of SOPs. Like, that's all your SOPs should live on here, because that's where the work gets done as well. So in ClickUp, that's where your tasks are. That's where your client tasks are, and all of that. So, you want to, have these SOPs wherever the work gets done, which will be really important later down the road when you are delegating tasks. Is important to have, the task, but also the SOP attached to it, so they know how to execute it. And so, yeah, I like to build them this way, with the SOP at the top and then guides on different like steps. So I finished here. Let me see where else. I think I'm going to move this. Yeah, I'm going to move this to the bottom. This is something the owner does. This is for everyone. This is for the owner, everybody. So I guess I can show you an example, right? I should probably show you what I mean, what this looks like. So right now I just created this list within ClickUp. It's my master SOP vault. And then when you click on this, it opens up the task. And when you click on expand, this is where the SOP is. Okay. And then these are the different guides that are attached to this master, or like parent SOP, if you will. So you can also access them from here. It's just they are closed right now. So we've got, so in order to, so this again talks about the high level overview of this SOP of password management, and then it goes into detail of, okay, this is how you get started with 1Password, and it'll open up in this link. Let's go on here. Same thing, how to get started with 1Password. So the difference is these one. So these are titled the same, but one is catered towards team members and one is catered towards the owner or administrator of the account. So I separated that there. How to save a new login. That's the same thing. That's an article. And then this one, what I did is I included the article of 1Password, but I also use Scribe for SOPs. Okay. So again, my tools for creating SOPs are Scribe, Loom, ClickUp, and that's about it. Scribe, Loom, and then ClickUp. Those are my 3 tools, but they all, no matter if I have like a Scribe or a Loom, it all comes into ClickUp. So essentially it's ClickUp houses everything, but within each SOP within ClickUp, there can be a Loom, there can be a Scribe. So in this case, I attached a Scribe because I wanted to show how to do this visually, myself, instead of having this article, or in addition to having this article from 1Password. So how to share links. And the way I embedded this, I made it a movie, but you can turn this into, like with Scribe, if you click, well, this is gonna take me somewhere else, but
find the item you want to share and click share.
That's how the
set link expiration. In this case, I went with 30 days, but feel free to adapt this to your needs.
So the link here, the article from the company, the software company, it's great for step-by-steps, but this is more whatever resource I include, whether that be a Scribe or a Loom, I am catering it more towards my clients and like real examples of what they can experience in their business. So in this case, this is how to share passwords via one-time link, and I talk about my recommended settings, like if whether that be someone like a virtual assistant that they're sharing this link with, or some sort of contractor and all that. That is how I do that. So I think I finished all of these. That's what I was trying to look for. My little handy dandy list. Okay, so email management. I'm gonna start by, I need to get comfortable first of all. Do you not have an affiliate link for the software you're promoting? I have one for ClickUp. I do not have one for the rest of the stuff, but I'll drop it in the chat if you want. If you want to check out ClickUp. There. So that's my link for ClickUp. And then if you were watching on TikTok, I'll put it in the comments, but I don't know that it will let you click it. Okay, So now for email management. For email management, there's so much. So I think for yeah, and ClickUp has a free plan if you want to check it out and kind of play around with it. It's great to getting organized and stuff. So, or if you want to kind of pull it and like work together on this. But email management in Gmail with Gmail. I feel like this is not for everyone. I think this is going to be for the assistant or the owner. I mean, like separate, so I'm gonna have to do two. Okay. Let me... Oh, that's cool. I can... Wait, I'm just... Because I am so hungry. I had planned to take a break between my meetings, but I didn't get a chance, unfortunately. It's okay. I'm committed to doing the stream. Let's do... Okay. Mhm. Oh, hold on. Hi, Aisha. So yes, this is see. This is how I want to do my ClickUp. I'm still learning how to set up my systems. I was working on my system setup yesterday night. Nice. Yes. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just building some SOPs for some clients. Um, I build all SOPs inside of ClickUp as kind of the database, but I use different tools for building SOPs. I talked about using Loom, Scribe, and then if it's a written version, then you do it right here in ClickUp, as you'll see. But yeah, so join in. It's my first. I'm trying something else out today. I know last week we did more of a Q&A. Earlier today, I did more of a little training on 4 different systems that every agent needs in their business. But I wanted to also try this out, kind of like a co-working or something like that session. So if you want, this would be good if you wanted to pull out your computer, put me on a screen somewhere on your phone or on TV, and we can kind of work together on your ClickUp. Okay. So I can't really see myself every time I do that. It drives me crazy. I think I'm gonna have to do this. Okay. And to write SOPs, like I use ChatGPT to help me out with that. I do have the structure that I've like made a standard in my business, which is, having the purpose, the trigger, the tools, process, success, outcome, and additional resources. This is my, what's it called? My preferred structure. And the thing is that like I said earlier, I've tried so many different ways of doing SOPs, and even like in the corporate world, the way they do them, it feels so, I don't want to say cold, but like sometimes not really realistic. I think like some people, like they just sit there and collect dust, like don't really get used because they're so, what's the word that I'm looking for? Too much. So this way, I find that it's simple enough to understand and to like get the point across without being overwhelming. So I'm helping my little sister with her homework right now, but I'll be working on it after she finishes at 8. You'll be available on Instagram. Yeah, I will be available on Instagram. Yeah, and the replay is also going live. I also don't really have an end time for the stream. I'm just gonna go as long as I can without going hungry. So I don't know. I haven't eaten very well today, but yeah, I don't really have an end time, so maybe I might still be live by the time you're done. So just check back in whenever you want. But otherwise, yes, I will be available on Instagram. Hi, Karina. Welcome in. We are building SOPs together, or I guess we're working together on them. So feel free to join. We're also live on, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the other platform. We're live on YouTube. If you want to join us there. See, I'm thinking I might have for this one. Should we have 2 separate SOPs for email management? Okay, so we'll do one and then just split it up a little bit. Because I feel like for email management, we have the CEO, like the owner, or the realtor in this case, and then we have like a virtual assistant as well, that this is very well part within their like responsibilities. And the way they do things is a little different, but the same at the same time. So, okay, let's accommodate. This SOP defines how the business uses Gmail to manage trigger. I love having the trigger part. It's, yeah. I feel like it's sometimes it's what I have found was missing before in other, SOPs. It's like, for who I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of whoever is going to be executing this. Like, how do they know it's go time versus finish time? Like from start time to finish time, all that. So we'll do tools. Gmail, desktop, or remote, we'll do or Gmail. Task management system, no. Gmail. And then we're also going to do something else. No, this is good. This should be enough. Um, Because if you're watching the stream on YouTube, I would really appreciate if you could give me a thumbs up. Really supports the stream, helps push this out to other viewers. Same thing on TikTok. If you're watching on TikTok, if you can tap the screen, it really helps me out. Really appreciate it. Um, I think here I'm gonna get a little specific. Mhm. Mhm. See, right now I am using my ClickUp. Oh, you can't really see my ClickUp AI notes to reference something from my meeting today because I forgot. Let's see. Hello. Hi, Mary Liz. How are you? Thank you for tuning in from TikTok. Tap the screen, give some likes, give some love to the live. I really appreciate you being here. Good. Thank you so much for the likes. I really appreciate it. Oh, there we go. I got it. To respond to follow-up, meeting updates. What else did we do? We did completed. Why did we do... Oh, that's pending deals. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, we also have... Oh, I know. I'm gonna try and go tonight. Thank you for the likes. Mary Liz, I'll try to make it tonight. Just trying to finish this up here. Is there food over there? ¿Hay comida? ¿Cuál es el menú? Operations, marketing, sales. Well, no. Just... See, the reason why I'm struggling a little bit here, it's because with labels for email organization, everybody's different in my experience. Like I can give everyone like a starting point or like a, what's it called? Like a template they can follow, but everybody's does it differently. Like for me, for example, the way I like to organize my email inbox is actually by platforms, which is a little bit different than what my clients like to see. I like to organize it by platforms because I have so many. Well, it just makes sense for my line of work, dealing with so many like software companies and stuff like that. So for me, organizing it by platform makes sense. So I get, for example, all of my follow-up boss emails go in the follow-up boss folder. All of my ClickUp emails go into one folder. All my 1Password stuff's going to one folder. And so I can see, I can show you on my phone really quickly how my inbox is structured. Okay. I think as long as I don't swipe, we're good. But this is how, and I might have to make myself big for a minute. Okay, so if you guys are wondering, this is how I structure my inbox. It might be mirrored, but I just organize it by platform. So I have the same labels as my clients, like to respond, to follow up, meeting update. And then I actually have one, I like to tag my leads as well. Oh my gosh. Maybe I have to. Or does that help? A little bit. Okay. My leads as well. And then I have my clients tag. And then I have partners as well. So I created a little folder for my partners as well. And then I have finances stuff. I feel like I'm giving you guys whiplash. I'm just trying to show you guys what we got here. But if you scroll down, my main, where I mainly work on a daily basis is my systems folder. So I have the systems as like the master folder, and then I have, these are all subfolders, so all under this one. And I have one for each of the platforms that I like work with. And that's how I like to see my inbox, is by platforms. But that may not make sense for everybody, you know? That's okay. It's helpful for my brain. And I love it. Oh, did I just get an email? Okay. Yeah, this part is completely up to you. Yeah, some people like to organize their emails by like action. So tracking what's they need to respond, what they need to follow up, what's completed. I would honestly also add one here, like especially if they have a VA doing this, to respond, to review. Yeah, something that just requires like their eyes. And I think I want to do transactions separately. To respond, to review, to follow up. Oh, I need to put myself back on here. Sorry. Meeting updates. This is things like Calendly, event updates, stuff like that. Pending deals. I should probably do... I'm trying to like visualize this. Sorry. This is my life. That's how my brain works. Main folder, subfolder, description. It's gonna be like archive. Meeting updates, pending deals. Okay, now we're gonna get into the departments stuff. So I typically do operations, finances, then I do marketing. And I actually put this, I would actually put this oh, we also need agents if applicable. Okay. Okay, so we got our action ones up here. Then we have meeting updates. And then we also need I'm gonna merge this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How do I call it? Subfolder? I don't know. So I'd probably also do this. No. Mm. Mm. Why? I thought I removed this. Oh no. I think I know. It's in the template. I have to fix that. What are you doing? I think I might stay on. Maybe I'll try to stay on maybe until 8. I think I'm gonna end the TikTok live here because nobody's watching over there. And I'll try and go on Twitch. Okay. We should be live on Twitch right now. So okay, sweet. Trying to build out my Twitch channel. Let me see if I can my channel. How do I share my link? How do I share my link? I don't know. All right, let's get to it. So I feel like I can close this. I'll take a screenshot of this. Oh, no. We have some people watching from Twitch. That's nice. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. We are just doing a bit of a co-working session today, building out some SOPs. Yeah. I don't know what else to tell you. I feel like the audience on Twitch is a little different than YouTube. But apparently there is a pocket of it. Of like mobile live dashboard. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh. We can do I feel like I want to get rid of completed. Because everything needs to have a place. So it should fall under here somewhere. Mm-hmm. Vendors. Okay. I need to add more stuff on here. Like this is starting to oh my god. My favorite streamer is live. Hold on. Oh my god. They're going live right now. I am so excited. Okay. This is so exciting. I feel like I have uncovered a Pandora's box because I'm getting more and more ideas that I want to add to this. And so yeah, I might come back to this one because there is one that I'm really have to prioritize, which is the marketing SOPs, because one of my clients just onboarded a new team member, so I want to make sure they get that. Let me what do I call it? Waiting on or awaiting? Oh, is he muted? Oh, he put the wrong title. No, I'm closing this out. I got excited. I put the wrong title. Okay. Waiting on meeting updates. Internal projects. Let's do taxes. I'm gonna try and finish this and the beauty of it, which is another reason why I'm building this out this way, I'll tell you. So my clients have their own ClickUp SOP library, right? They have their own, and where they have more private company policies and very specific procedures to them. to their business, but the stuff that I build for them, the stuff that I teach them and that I, consult on them with and all of that, that's the SOP library that I'm trying to build, because I'm finding that every client to some level, it's, the same, needs the same resources, the same materials. So I'm building out this master SOP vault for my clients that they can always reference. And then, they'll also have their own private one. So this one is for my clients and it's built out in a way that I can always make updates to it. I can add comments and they'll see those changes. Does that make sense? So it's not static. So if I wanted to, I can come back to this and add more updated. And then that's why it's always, I have this field here that says when was this last updated, so that they know. Anyways, email management. You gotta do this. Let's do. Okay. I think I did by address for them. Yeah. Like that. Okay. Yeah, chat. I think I'm gonna finish the stream in like 30 minutes. I'm gonna wrap it up in about 30 minutes. So if you guys have any questions for me, drop them in the chat. Oh. Oh, I want to delete that one. Oh no. Oh no. Hmm. Oh my gosh. How do I? Oh, perfect. Phew. Just gotta. I should probably add referrals somewhere on here. Incoming referrals, outgoing. Maybe I should. I think I would consider those under this department. Okay. Okay, this looks good. I avoid rereading the same email multiple times. Been there, done that. Um, where is... Why is it like that? Okay, finished. The main SOP. I still have to do a few other things, like Okay. I'm gonna do mm, mhm, mhm. No, we're not gonna do this one. Okay. So that's to create. This is where I'm trying to get to be completely honest with you. I'm trying to get to this marketing ones, but these are also important. Is there anyone here on the live with me? Is there any humans with me here? Can someone just give me smoke signals? Oh, nice. They do. Oh, that's nice. It does do that. It does put it on the chat. Cool. Oh, I'm hungry. Okay. Okay, I think no one else is here. Oh, I got one scan, 3 people. Is there anybody watching right now? Like, I think we might call it a day. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today and you guys found it helpful. If you're watching the recording, thank you for tuning in. I hope this was helpful. I am going to try it and my best to keep doing these once a week, at least once a week, but maybe more. If you guys have any requests or any ideas for what you want to see next, let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for joining today. I will see you guys on the next stream. Bye.